Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Sema. Thanks so much for joining us. The Torrance Certified Farmers Market hosted a unique workshop today. It's the first of its kind and helped locals become more eco-friendly through planting. It was hosted by Master Gardener Blanche Uema, who is from the University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources. Residents came out to learn some gardening tips. Locals learned how to harvest seeds to plant in their own garden, compost creating, and even got their questions answered. In the past workshop, attendees also learned about worm bins. Reporter Jen Marua will have more on the gardening workshop later this week. A local teacher is advancing in a statewide competition. Megan Wareham, a J.H. Hull Middle School teacher, was recently named Los Angeles County Teacher of the Year. She is one of 16 local teachers from the county moving on to the California Teachers of the Year competition this fall. Wareham is one of 2 South Bay teachers chosen. Heather Ladd from the Redondo Beach Unified School District will also move on. 5 teachers statewide will be selected in November, and one of them will be chosen to represent the state in the National Teacher of the Contest next spring. Wareham started working for Torrance Unified School District in September 2006 as a math teacher at Hull Middle School. She wears many hats, including teacher leader for the math department and student council advisor, to name a few. Congrats and best of luck. Owners of a local brewery launched the soft opening of their newest business. Owners Lori and John Porter now opened another tap room called Smog City West in Torrance. They took over what used to be Zymergy Brewworks and Tasting Room. They're serving 17 Smog City beers. The goal is to offer the South Bay community a warm and inviting space to have a beer and make new friends. They'll continue the commitment to craft beer education by keeping the brew on premise concept in place. Smog City Brewing opened in 2011 and since then have won numerous awards for their creations. Smog City West is open Wednesday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., then Saturday from noon to 9 p.m. and Sunday noon to 8 p.m. They have plans for the grand opening in just a few weeks. It's located on Hawthorne Boulevard near 226th Street. A Torrance boutique has moved to a new location, but the business is much more than what meets the eye. Beyond the Label Boutique just had its grand reopening on Sartori Avenue across from South Bay Gymnastics. The business moved from Marcelina Avenue and is a store that sells treasures, vintage, and gems, all donated by the community. But the people who work there are clients of an adult community integration program of Creative Steps through the Aurelia Foundation. It's a space where adults who have autism and other disabilities train and learn life skills. The program works with adults to encourage entrepreneurship and develop opportunities to create marketable products and services. All of the money made at the boutique goes back to the foundation. We'll have the full story by Torrance City Cable reporter Sarah Honeycutt on this business that is making change in the community this Thursday on This Week in Torrance. A local park renovation is almost complete. Soon you'll be able to enjoy the new playground equipment installed at El Nido Park. They hope in the coming weeks it'll be open to the public. The Community Services Department hosted 2 meetings to hear from the community and discuss proposed improvements to the playground equipment. It'll have engineered wood fiber, a seesaw, chin-up bars, and new swings. The community requested the need for benches for parents and caregivers, which will be installed once the playground project is complete. The park is located in Northeast Torrance. It has a community building with a meeting room and kitchen that was built in 1956. A show displaying the wide range of talents from right here in the South Bay will take place in Torrance this weekend. Performers of all ages will take the stage at the James Armstrong Theater in its 6th annual year. The regional talent competition fuses dance, music, acting, and singing, to name a few. The audience gets to decide who will be the winner. There will be 3 trophies given out with cash prizes. The event will start at 7 p.m. The Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation's mission is to enrich the lives of the South Bay community through the performing arts. Over the past 25 years, the foundation has offered entertainment experiences of the highest quality along with education experiences. You can buy tickets online at torrancearts.org. Now, the Torrance South Bay YMCA is taking steps to make sure people are protected from the flu. They're hosting its first flu shot clinic ahead of the flu season this Thursday. From 9 a.m. to noon, you can drop in for your free flu shots. Memorial Care Medical Center is providing the vaccines, and it's first come, first serve. There is a limited supply. Officials say the best way to prevent getting the flu is to get vaccinated every year. Flu vaccines generally protect against the 3 or 4 viruses that research suggests will be the most common. People at high risk of serious flu complications includes young children, pregnant women, people with chronic health conditions like asthma, diabetes, heart and lung disease, and with people 65 years of age and older. Today is the second day of fall, but you can expect temperatures to stay pretty high this week. Today there was a high of 76 degrees. Tomorrow there'll be a high of 80. And on Thursday it will cool down with a low of 76 degrees. But on Sunday there is a slight chance of rain. The Golden State makes it to the top of a list as the most diverse. According to a new study from Wallet Hub, a personal online finance website, California is rated as the most diverse state in the nation. Researchers say they looked at 6 different aspects, with a few of them including socioeconomics, cultures, religion, and political diversities. California received the highest score but was ranked number 1 as the most cultural state. The U.S. Census Bureau predicts that by 2044, the country will no longer have a single ethnic majority. The study was also conducted at the city level. 2 other most diverse states in the study were Texas and Hawaii. You might want to check your cabinet for blood pressure medications that is being recalled. A prescription recall is growing and now includes losartan potassium tablets, USP and losartan potassium hydrochlorothiazide tablets. Torrance Pharmaceuticals says these 2 medicines were found to have traces of a potentially cancer-causing impurity. This is related to another recall to valsartan that has been expanded multiple times since July. Officials say if you're already taking the drug, you should continue, as the risk of harm to your health may be higher if you stop treatment. You're urged to contact your doctor, who can advise you about an alternative treatment. For more details, go to fda.gov. While a visit to the beach means rest and relaxation for many, for the deaf and hard of hearing, the inability to communicate with lifeguards and other beachgoers can plain be scary in an event of emergency. As Colleen Farrell reports, a new notification system is designed to make the beach safer not only for the hearing impaired, but for everyone else as well.
Recreating on the beach is a Southern California pastime many locals take for granted. But a recent survey conducted by the Los Angeles County Department of Beaches and Harbors discovered a segment of the population with a very different correlation with Southern California's coastline. For the deaf and hearing impaired, the beach is often associated with fear.
You have to imagine it from their perspective. If the lifeguards were going around and telling everybody, get off the beach, and everybody's running, the confusion that they're experiencing in that moment.
Safety Officer Randy Dean has experienced the world of the hearing impaired through his 2 children who wear hearing aids. As part of the county's yearly risk management plan, he commissioned a survey of more than 500 members of the deaf community. It confirmed his suspicions about barriers to visiting the beach.
This is only a test.
The survey results prompted development of a system to assist in emergency situations that require immediate evacuation. Such events include tsunami warnings, shark sightings, or terrorist attacks.
We were about 100 yards out past the buoy, so we're about 340 yards out. And in the water, when the alarm went off, with the head underwater, you could still hear the alarm.
The city of Torrance tested out various speakers for the new system, monitoring the distances at which they were heard.
Esto es solo una prueba.
The system will trigger strobe lighting and bilingual audio messages for those on the beach and in the water. This frees lifeguards to focus on managing the emergency.
Right now, if there's an emergency and the lifeguards need to evacuate the beach or evacuate the water, they have to drive up and down the beach for hundreds of miles to notify them with PA systems. With this system, they can do it at a central location, and they can isolate a section of beach or a larger section of beach, depending what the need is.
Torrance Beach was selected to launch the new audio and lighting initiative. Eventually, it will be placed at buildings and structures along a 67-mile stretch of LA County beaches.
This technology will definitely not only help this beach, but all beaches throughout the world. I think this is going to be the genesis of a new way to identify hazards for the hard of hearing on beaches.
With testing completed, the system will go live this November with signage that explains various light signals and instructions for each type of incident.
The water is the best we have in California, so it's good that it's available to everyone and they feel safe and protected.
Safe to enjoy the surf, sand, and sun for all it has to offer. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Colleen Farrell.
Thanks, Colleen. With the system's November rollout, the county and city of Torrance will host a special day at the beach for members of the hearing impaired community. Here are some upcoming events you won't want to miss. The city of Torrance, in partnership with Los Angeles County, is hosting a smart gardening workshop. The free event will take place at 10:30 a.m. to noon at Southeast Library. Compost bins will be available for purchase at a discounted price after you attend the workshop. $40 for backyard compost bins and $65 for worm compost bins. Then later this Saturday, the 34th Annual South Bay Invitational Field Show Tournament will take place from 4 to 10 p.m. at the West High School Fred Peterson Football Stadium. Various high school bands from the region will come together and compete for first place. General admission is $10. Students and seniors are $5 each. You can buy tickets at the door as well. And also on Saturday evening, you can stop by Columbia Park to watch La Boheme, showing on a big screen from Dorothy Chandler Pavilion by the talented cast from LA Opera will perform. Gates open at 5:30 p.m. and will broadcast at 7:30 p.m. Well, in just 2 minutes, Lili Trujillo, the founder and executive director of Street Racing Kills, will join me to talk about a one-of-a-kind safety event that is all about educating you this weekend. We'll be back in just a few.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live. Joining me is founder and executive director of Street Racing Kills, Lili Trujillo. Thanks so much for coming back on NewsBreak Live this evening.
Thank you so much for having me, Hiba.
And your organization is up to a great event once again this weekend. You're partnering with another organization to bring safety resources to the community. So talk to me about the event.
The event is a traffic safety fair. Well, actually, just safety fair in general. But more than anything, we want to be able to provide the city of Torrance and the South Bay with all the everything that's out there regarding safety and traffic safety. I have partnered with a lot of people now throughout this journey of my organization. I've met so many nonprofits there. They're just there to help. And I just wanted to bring this because I feel like we need it. The people need to know that this organization exists and what they can get from it. Any questions that they have. We have so many people coming and so many organizations that are just willing to help and come and serve the community of Torrance.
We're going to talk a little bit more about the organizations that will be out there, but this event is happening at the Amo Fashion Center from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. near Lazy Dog Restaurant Bar. So is that the outdoor village area?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, we were very happy that we got that as well. We were thinking where to have it, and then we was like, oh my God, it's perfect, for the event.
So this is the first of its kind event, and it's Street Racing Kills, your organization, we'll talk more about, and the Utopian Society Project. So talk to me about how this idea came about and what exactly is taking place this Saturday.
Well, we just decided to join forces. The Utopian Society is all about doing random acts of kindness and community involvement. And my organization is all about traffic safety and everything involving also the youth and parents and families. So we just decided to join forces and put this together, and we're just so excited about the event. And we just started thinking, what can we do? Should we do it? When are we going to do it? And we just, put our hearts together, and this is the result.
It's a free event, so resources right at your fingertips. You said nonprofit traffic safety vendors. So tell me a little bit about a few of the people that are going to be there. Sandy Hook Foundation, New Challenge Ministries.
Healing Song Ministries, and actually the founder is going to be singing, and she's amazing. And of course, we have Mad Mother Second Truck Drivers. We have we have Los Angeles Walks, Streets Are For Everyone, Families for Safe Streets. Oh my God, we have just so many. We have the LAPD, Torrance PD, Torrance Fire Department is going to have a huge truck outside for the kids to check it out. And like I said, we just have, I think, everyone that wanted to come to the event and to show, like I said, the public what we have to offer.
Why did you want to do this event?
I'm very happy you asked that question. It's necessary. I think it's necessary for the public to know that we exist, that we are there at your fingertips, that if you have any questions, there's someone there to answer and to help you. And through my journey, I've gotten to know so many nonprofits. I started my nonprofit, out of the tragedy that happened to my daughter. And all of a sudden, I see that there's a nonprofit for everything you can imagine that I've met, through this whole path in my life. And I think it's very important for the people to know that this is available. And any questions that you have, it could be pedestrian, it could be speeding, racing, distracted driving, driving under the influence. If there is a family that that's hungry and doesn't have the means right now to feed their family, there is New Challenge Ministries right here in Torrance available to you to help you with a food bank and help your children and help your family. And this is all these people that have done it, they just do it from their heart. This is why on our own we fundraise, so we can give it to you, to the public in need.
And there are many goals that your organization has, and we'll talk about in a bit. But tell me about Street Racing Kills initiative and your story and how you've really turned tragedy from your own life into something much bigger.
Well, Street Racing Kills, as some people know, it started with my daughter, passing away at 16 years old 5 years ago. And she just happens to be in the back seat, sleeping. When the teenager decided to do a street race. And many factors play there. He was under the influence. She wasn't wearing her seatbelt in the back seat. She was just sleeping. He got challenged, and and after that, like I say, everything is history. I just kept going to different schools, speaking, talking to Mad Max and the John's driver, being their victim speaker. and getting to know Los Angeles walks and their victims that they have been affected by distracted driving and people that are handicapped. And that's when I said, you know what, this is just not about street racing. This is also about everything that has to do with traffic safety. And Street Racing Kills is evolved into a traffic safety program for the youth.
And I know you've hosted many fundraisers to get more billboards out there, to spread awareness. How does this specific event, would you say, align with the initiative behind Street Racing Kills?
Oh, traffic safety. Definitely. I want the public to know everything that's out there, the dangers of, driving under the influence, distracted driving, and everything there is out there. This is why I wanted to do it, because I want people to see what traffic safety is, what we can do to make it home safe. Just making home safe, and then these little details that can be prevented, and especially for parents to talk to the children about it, and any young driver as well.
And for viewers tuning in right now, there's a 2019 South Bay Public Safety Fair that's taking place this Saturday at Amo Fashion Center, the first of its kind event from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tell me a little bit more about why you feel this event will be really unique and is something that people haven't experienced before.
Yes, I think what makes it unique is that we have everyone that's going there for a specific reason, right? And that's to help others. And we're hoping that we can do this every year. So we're just hoping it's going to be a great success. And the people that are going there are totally supporting us. We have also, and I would like to talk about, Tabitha Pennington from State Farm. She's totally supporting my organization with Quotes for Good program, and she will be there as well. And just the people that are there are all willing to help and answer any questions. We're also going to have petitions as well. Any petition that you want to sign, any problem that you have. I've been watching a lot of, Nextdoor, and I see all the complaints. I'm always checking, okay, there's a need for this, there's a need for that, there's a need for that. We're going to be there.
What goals, I know you talked about the petition, but what other goals do you have for the organization to spread awareness through fundraising efforts?
Yeah, thank you for asking. The Teen Traffic Safety Program, I decided to do this because I've been to way too many schools, and I realized that there's no driver's ed anymore. So when these teenagers want to start driving, they just go to traffic school and get very, very little, knowledge. The school has many programs that come once a year, like Street Racing Kills, math, and every 15 minutes, and SAD as well. And I realized that I said there's got to be a program that and covers everything, that where these kids need to and they should have this information more available to them. So a teen traffic safety program, we're trying right now to make sure that Torrance schools have it, and it can be an after school program, or we can try to make part of the every year have these kids all this teen traffic safety, and make it like there's Red Ribbon Week. There could be a traffic safety week that the kids can do, and like I said, that's one of my main goals, and that I really trying to push this program, and we're hoping that we can do it this year.
Another aspect is you did mention that a racetrack in the South Bay to combat street racing.
I'm sorry?
You talked a little bit about the racetrack in the South Bay and more billboards?
Yes. Billboards I think are necessary, definitely, or electronic boards that we can have maybe on the weekends. Anybody that has a business that has already an electronic board, if they can help us, just put Street Racing Kills, take it to the track, and maybe the texting and driving, anything that we can do to put on the weekend, so on just a night or anything, just so they can create that awareness. And definitely, I believe, and for people that I've been talking to as well, we need a track in the South Bay. I think it would be great if we could have one. I know it's not easy, but I think in the future, I would love to have Val's Raceway in the South Bay.
If people want to be part of this change, be part of your organization, what are ways that they can help?
Volunteer. My gosh, we need volunteers. We need volunteers for this weekend as well. So anybody that wants to become, we're ready. We'll welcome them with open arms. Volunteer, be part of it. Come and speak at the schools with us, and be part of this. And more than anything, if you want to help, make it home safe. Don't text and drive. Don't speed. Don't race. Don't drive under the influence. There's so many things that you can do, and just, make it home safe when you get there. Your family, you have your family, and there's just simple little things that you can do so you can also help us and be part of the organization.
For more information on Street Racing Kills, everyone can go to streetracingkills.org. You did mention more volunteers are needed for the event, so if you have time this Saturday and would like to help out, they can go ahead and send you an email at lily@streetracingkills.org. And then again, the 2019 South Bay Public Safety Fair is going to take place this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Lily will be there, and so will our Torrance City Cable crew. Thank you so much, Lily.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Have a great night.